Just discussing President Trump saying that the U.S. is considering, quote, winding down operations in Iran as this war now enters its fourth week. This is all as thousands of U.S. Marines are on their way to the region. NewsNation correspondent Hannah Brandt live at the White House tonight with the very latest there. Hannah.
Natasha, all of that is really part of the mixed messaging we're getting from the White House about just how close the U.S. really is to ending this war in Iran. President Trump saying in a Truth Social post just last night, we are getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East. And we know he's said multiple times, especially over the past week, that this conflict will be over very soon. But just before he put up that Truth Social post about winding things down, here's what he told reporters about the possibility of negotiating a ceasefire with Iran.
I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side. Well, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished.
And you heard it just there. The standstill at the Strait of Hormuz continues to be one of the outstanding challenges for the U.S. Just a short while ago, President Trump threatened Iran, saying if they don't reopen the strait within 48 hours, the U.S. will start striking Iran's power plants. And in a sign of just where this operation could be headed next, the U.S. is continuing to build up its military presence in the region as well. The Pentagon sent a massive deployment, 2,500 Marines to the Middle East, which adds to the nearly 50,000 U.S. troops that are already in place there. Plus, another warship, the USS Boxer, is also on its way to the region. And the White House is considering pumping more money into this war effort. The Pentagon just asked for an extra $200 billion for the operation. Now, the Trump administration hasn't even sent that funding request to Congress yet, but it's already drawing some concern both from Democrats and from some Republicans as well, Natasha.
And Hannah, we know the administration is also focusing on trying to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. And it's interesting, some of those discussions are connected to this conflict in Iran. What can you tell us about that?
Well, just today, U.S. negotiators did hold another round of talks with Ukrainian leaders in Florida. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff says those talks were constructive, but we know this has been a really slowly progressing discussions. And now this is all connecting back to this war with Iran as well. A source familiar does tell NewsNation that Russian President Vladimir Putin told the Trump administration earlier in the week that Russia would agree to stop sharing intelligence with Iran if the U.S. agreed to stop sharing intelligence with Ukraine. But the Trump administration, we're told, rejected that offer. And the FBI is now warning of a new Russian cyber phishing campaign. Director Kash Patel says Russian intelligence actors are targeting U.S. leaders on communication apps like Signal. And he says they're going after these high intelligence value targets, people like government officials, military leaders, politicians, and journalists. So the FBI is asking everyone to start taking precautions to avoid falling for these phishing scams, things like treating unknown messages with suspicion and not clicking on links until you've verified them, Natasha.
Always good advice. Hannah Brandt live at the White House with that tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.